Michelle, Shamin, Shen, Shin, Aris, Jocelyn, and Sandra, and Sue An. Hello, welcome. So, Coco, did you want to take it over from here?
Okay, sure. Yeah, so good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Get Unstuck Masterclass again. And good to see some new faces here. And and some old friends who've been supporting us all along. So thank you for that. Just a little intro for those who don't know what this group is about. Basically, we started this group, Davina and I think last year, October sometime. Anyway, so we met through Peng Joon's course, and basically we were helping each other. I was asking for help with all the funnel building or the technical stuff, which Davina helped me with. And then she was asking for the messaging and how to do her webinar better and everything, which I was helping her with. So we decided that, oh, these were actually things that a lot of people needed. And in the group, we were helping people. So we decided, we'll just set up a group to help each other along the way, because many of us are starting from like baby steps, right? And the stuff that our mentors sometimes teach us is way beyond us. And we are like, oh my God, I don't even know where to start. So that was how we got this group started. And we host workshops periodically so that each of us can catch up slowly and get there and just minimize our fears. So let me show you our brand new video that we put together of some past events and of what happens in our events, so that you can feel more relaxed and know what we do. And let me find it now. Here we go. That's a way to get good morning to money, okay? You can also do like secret 1, 2, 3. Just 3 different things, that objections that people have.
You can see there at the bottom, you can see there's like a repeat of the blocks, because I'm actually pulling in drag and drop blocks into your skeleton.
It's very, very useful, because it's a strategy that makes a difference.
Before I go on, can you let me know in the chat what you think a membership, when you think a membership site, tap in the chat and I can see all your faces now, what you think a membership site is actually useful.
Because I have been stuck for quite some time. It's just giving me a hope, okay? Maybe I can do something like on my own that I can build, not to be dependent on something that I don't see any direction, So I just open up for me. I'm just going to try it and see whether it works.
If it's as simple as the steps that taken down just now through your demonstration, in less than half an hour, I should have a skeleton of some sort, and that should get me going. Thank you.
I lost some fear today. I'm gonna build this membership site.
Let's say I might be needing 3 to 6 months. You literally cut it short by 50% just being here for this 1 hour class.
Two of your statements. Anyone can write a course. Anyone can share their expertise. It's like it's building my confidence as well.
This event, it really lifted my fear of migrating over. So yeah, thank you very much.
It was a huge relief when I made the decision to pay for the platinum membership for group and have my monthly USD dollar subscription for the other company taken off. Is I had subscribed to that for a good 1 year and never did anything to it. And it was quite a shame, because I was telling myself, okay, next month I'm going to figure out live. Next month I'm going to figure out live. But it was very difficult to do that, because I didn't really quite have a community that was starting off on the same foot as me until I met you guys. And started on this group Platinum thing and being in the Unstuck community. So that was one thing that totally resonated with me.
On ClickFunnels, but I still really know how to get going, you know, and other platforms as well, like Shopify. So this is like an alternative for me. Like maybe I can try it out with ClickFunnels and get something going, you know.
I can absolutely resonate with everyone paying the $97. And then I remember that you had a lifetime thing. Instead of being a $97 is not a big amount, but it becomes a burden. It's pressing me down.
With group, it's free to start with. Try before you buy. But if you want to make that investment, you can afford to make that investment. Then you can set and forget and not have to stress of that burden of $100 every month, like most of us used to have, right?
Okay, so anyway, that's just a quick update of what we've been up to, and we've got much more exciting news to share with you because we have a few more event lineup. So this is the calendar for the this month. So today we're on the 8th, we're going to do LinkedIn. Next week, we're going to do copywriting for the new opt-in funnel so that we will go slow so that you really get everything done. And then on the 29th, we're going to do automate your monetization. So how to automate your funnel. Once you've got it, how do we connect everything up so that it's like we can literally say my favorite phrase, good morning to money, because everything is done automatically. You no longer need to keep looking at it and pressing the button. Okay, so we hear a lot about systemization and all that, but how do we actually do it? So we all get unstuck as we're doing it, right? So we'll be sharing how to do that. So those are some upcoming workshops. I will go into more details later on if you want to. But anyway, without further ado, I'm really happy to say we've got our first Get Unstuck guest speaker today, Wei Jian. And in case you didn't know why this came about, it was because I was the one who was needing help and to get unstuck. I am actually doing a fundraising pitch deck, right? And my coach for fundraising said to me that I needed to have a profile on LinkedIn so that investors will look at my profile and say, oh yes, she's investable, okay? So that was where I was really stuck because I've always been a Facebook person, I'm an IG person, I'm a YouTube person, but LinkedIn, I've had the account for years and years and never really done anything with it, actually. So that was when I reached out and asked the group if anyone was an expert in this area. And Wei Jian was like, yes, I can help. And then suddenly a lot of different members were like, we want to know too. So we thought, why not just set up a Zoom meeting so that Wei Jian doesn't need to explain one to us each time. And then collectively, we might have more questions and more ideas on how to do our LinkedIn profiles really, really well. So that's why we set this one up. And so thank you, Wei Jian, first of all, for agreeing to do this for our group. And we're really happy to have him here. So for those who don't know him, I asked him to give me a bio, a proper bio, so that we introduce him properly. Okay, so I'm going to read this out. So Wei Jian is a career coach that is focused on helping experienced corporate professionals with job search and career transitions. He has over 20 years of working in engineering, construction, and project management roles in oil and gas, mining, and infrastructure industries. In between career moves, he has started multiple businesses. He is currently the senior project engineer of a construction company based in Brisbane. After going through multiple redundancies during his career, he's dedicated to building a world where everyone is able to find a job they love and use their talents to the full potential to impact the world. Wow, that's a great vision. He is here today because he is a self-confessed LinkedIn geek, and he will share with us some of the best practices on how to utilize the platform for our online businesses. So LinkedIn is not only for job seekers, it's actually for people to look at you from the professional angle. Okay, so over to you, Wei Jin. Yay, let's give him a clap, everyone, to welcome him.
Thank you, everyone.
Yep.
Thank you. I will start sharing my screen. Just a moment. Can everyone see my slides?
Yep.
Cool. Thank you. Thank you, Coco. Thank you, Davina. I realized when the call came out, it was actually perfect timing, because I've also been in Ping Jun's community for about 1 year, and for 1 year I've been really trying to figure things out, trying to figure out what I want to do, and experimented with a few things. And I did started experimenting with Career Coach, but I haven't built anything. And it just happens when Coco asked me to do this, I just finished running a prototype of a 5-day LinkedIn challenge. So so you can say it was perfect timing. I learned quite a few things. So today, what I want to share with you is just what I got from the reason why I did that 5-day challenge also was probably like you, Coco, like many of us here. You go on social. It could be LinkedIn, it could be Facebook, it could be Instagram. You look at other people's profile and you go, oh, I wish my profile was better. I wish my profile was as good as that other person. But somehow, or for whatever reason, either you just didn't have the time, or you're lazy, or you didn't know how. And I actually went and did this 5-day challenge, mostly for myself, so that I will, when I announced it to a networking group, I haven't actually built anything. I haven't even planned the course. I just say, okay, I'm gonna do this next week. Who's with me? And funny enough, or unfortunately for me, 10 people said yes, they're in. So I guess I had to go and do it. So that's how I landed in with this today. So as we get started, I'd like to just find out where everybody is. Let me know whether you are on LinkedIn right now, and if you're on LinkedIn right now and you are an active user, please type in a 1 in the chat, just for us to. I can't actually see this, so 1. Yes, 1. We got 1 from Shin. 1, 2 from Coco. 2. Okay, 2 if you don't have any. If you are not on LinkedIn at all. Okay, a few 1s. Great, 2. Sandra, not active but have a profile. That's very very normal. Very good. 1 from Lynn. Thank you. Okay, good. So today, what we're going to do is you're going to discover how to create a LinkedIn profile. And like any platform, you don't just create a profile just for the point of having a profile. In the end, it's about we're all building an online business. It's all about generating leads and driving traffic to our funnels. So, and in the last few weeks or last month or so, we heard about the update to iOS 14 and what it means for Facebook. And one thing you should be doing is to diversify your traffic sources. So, yep. So this is why we're here today. So just to let you know, my name is Wei Jin. Thank you, Coco, for the introduction. And I actually have been on LinkedIn for a long time. In fact, maybe a year or 2 ago, I got an email from oh, where is it? Oh, there it is. I doubled up. I am actually LinkedIn number 348,712. So I got an email saying I was one of the first million users in Facebook and in LinkedIn. And I checked, and my join date was on the 15th in 2004. And LinkedIn actually came out before Facebook. So that's so like many of you, I joined up, but I never really done anything with it. And I looked at my my profile. The next sort of milestones was actually 2016, and that was after I was made redundant from one of my at that time one of my dream companies I was working for. I was working for there for 5 years, called Origin Energy, and then I realized how much I've been out of looking for a job because I've been working for such a long time for one company. So yes, and if you since then I've really gone in and improved my started putting things on my profile, and as I've said before, it's only in the last sort of 2 or 3 months that I really gone in deep into LinkedIn and running training sessions. And in fact, for my own business as career coach, doing coaching having LinkedIn as my first product, it will be my lead funnel. It really made sense, and everything really came together. And so I'm very happy to be here today. So what I can tell you is when LinkedIn is done right, you start getting leads coming to you automatically. So I'll just show you. So my LinkedIn profile is set up for job seekers, but as Coco mentioned, and as I will show you later on, it's not just for job seekers. It's for anybody. It's for anybody who, especially if you have an online business, you definitely need to be on LinkedIn. But my LinkedIn profile is optimized for job search and specifically for my area, which is engineering, construction, and project management. So these are the I get contact. I'm not even looking for a job right now, but I get people just reaching out to me, recruiters reaching out to me, wanting to see if I would like to work for them or their vacancies that they have. So I get informations like this once at least a few every week. And this one here from New Zealand is quite interesting because I was in New Zealand last month on a trip, my first trip after lockdown, and I did put a post that I was in New Zealand, and I'll share that post with you later on. And obviously he looked at my post, and he looked at that I was in New Zealand, and I posted about coming back and visiting my dad, and so I gave a sense, and then he just reached out to me and said, "Hey, have you thought about moving back to New Zealand?" And actually, I have. So, just to show, if you post, if you're online regularly and active, people will reach out to you. And for business owners, it's the same. So, what's the plan for today? First of all, I just want to walk you through, what people do on LinkedIn. So you can get an idea of the platform and what actually happens there. So I'll just go online and I'll just go do what I normally do. Actually, I did miss out on a slide here. I was just showing. I am a LinkedIn geek, and if you can see on my as of last night, LinkedIn is I spent nearly 7 hours, probably 7 hours by today on LinkedIn per week. Okay, Facebook is not that far behind, but I do spend a lot of time on LinkedIn. So we'll look at we'll do some profile hacking, which is exactly the same as funnel hacking. I'll have a look at some profiles that are really good and see what we can learn from it. And I'll share with you the 3 secrets to building an all-star profile, which you can take away, and implement yourself. And we'll finish off with some Q&A. Sounds like a plan?
Yep.
Sounds good. So by the end of today, what I want you to do to have enough information to know how to set up your LinkedIn profile to be able to grow your visibility and start generating leads for yourself and your business. So who is this for? As I said, it's not just for job seekers. Employees and job seekers definitely, but for business owners and entrepreneurs. If you're a coach, you're a consultant, whether you're doing business to business or business to consumer, this is for you. Not-for-profit organizations, if you're raising money like Coco, in any charities or initiative that you're involved with, you can do that. Whether you're currently active now or passive. So this training is for everybody. I'd like to start with, why LinkedIn? Why go on another? We all know we should be on another, have a diversified traffic source, but why LinkedIn specifically? You may be thinking, I'm doing directly to consumers, so why should I be on LinkedIn? Or I'm not a professional, why should I be here? So LinkedIn is the world's largest professional networking site, and it started in 2003. And as I said before, it was before Facebook. And in 2016, Microsoft actually purchased entire LinkedIn for $26.2 billion. And today, LinkedIn has more than 722 million users. Just it's a bit blurry, but just to give you a bit of a breakdown where these members are. This is in 2020. So, in Malaysia, there's over 5 million. The biggest is still United States, and but you can see the next one is actually India and China. So a lot of my current prospects and clients are actually from India. So there's some more stats. There are 310 million LinkedIn monthly active users, and 40 million users search for jobs on LinkedIn every week. And most importantly, there's if you look at especially for B2B, there are 65 million decision makers that are on LinkedIn. Okay, so you may say, I'm not looking for a job. I'm not a recruiter. I'm not hiring. Why should I be on LinkedIn? Here's something to think about. LinkedIn is a platform that has a very strong proposition for its users. It's a place where people can find jobs, and most people, not discounting people in this community, most people are employees and they find jobs, and they are active on LinkedIn. So they are consumers as well. So that's something for you to think about. They are consumers, and if you can, with the right messaging, you can be in front of all of these people who are on LinkedIn looking for jobs. But as you'll see as we go along later, they are also seeing content every day. Another reason why you would need to be on LinkedIn is this is a study that was done by HubSpot, and what it shows is just comparing the different social media platforms. On the left-hand side here on the y-axis is called a visitor to lead conversion rate. So how many people come onto that platform and actually turn out to be a lead for the user? And it has shown that LinkedIn has 3 times the amount of visitor to lead conversion as Facebook. So this one is a little bit. I believe the study was It's a little bit outdated, but I checked the website and it said it was updated in 2020. So you can make statistics say whatever you want, but what you can see here, what I also feel intuitively is LinkedIn is targeted more towards doing business, although towards business, and they collect the data that they collect is more geared towards business. So it's not surprising that people who come on LinkedIn ends up actually wanting to do business, whether it's finding a job or actually looking for other goods and services. So that's something to think about. I hope that give you enough reasons to be interested in getting on LinkedIn for your online business. So what do people do on LinkedIn? So what I'll do is I'll rather than just running you through this little slide, I'll actually just jump on LinkedIn right now, and you can see what I do. So can everybody see my LinkedIn page? Somebody just say yes. I'm not talking to myself.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Okay, cool. So this is the LinkedIn homepage, and as you can see, it's similar to other platforms. On the side here, you have your profiles. In the middle is your feed, right? Just like Facebook, you have things that pop up for you. Okay, so this is what I mean when I said that you don't have to be just looking for a job or hiring people to be on LinkedIn. So normally I jump online usually on my phone, but this should give you a bit of a similar idea what I do. Of course, I'll flick through my feed looking for interesting content. So what I keep an eye on usually, of course, is people in my network. So Gareth is a good friend of mine, and he recently started at Johnson & Johnson. As you can see, people, although it's a professional site, people do share, personal content as well. You see some precious people actually call them out for sharing personal content or something that has nothing to do with business. And you can see also there are ads, just like Facebook. Now I have to say I haven't run ads yet on Facebook, but sorry, on LinkedIn. But you can see it's very similar to Facebook. You can see Queensland AI is also some people that I follow a lot. So and you can see also influencers. They also they share videos and they autoplay, pretty much like Facebook or any other social media. The other thing you might see is people will just do an update. So one thing people use LinkedIn for, you could see that it's the new Rolodex or business cards. Whenever people change positions in companies, LinkedIn will or if they go and update their positions, LinkedIn would automatically do a post. So this person has changed jobs. Okay. What else? So if you see some posts you like, you go and you can like, you can comment, and you can share, just like Facebook. Okay, the other thing that you, apart from the feed itself, you can go, the other thing you can see here, I got notifications. If I click on notifications, and these are all the things that engagement or events that has happened, and they remind you to do. So one thing that Facebook has done is that you can see if people actually even just looked at your profile. Yeah. Hi Michelle, I can see you there. You'll get a notification, right? And if you're on the premium, then you can see, you know, all the people that have looked at you. But I'm not on premium. I am probably considering to be on premium. Well, I probably will be on premium, seeing that I'm going to make this my business. But you can see just from, you know, checking other people out, interesting people, they can see who you are, and guess what? They're also curious, and they'll come and check you out as well. Okay, so this is a the whole LinkedIn stalking, and I think this was a feature in some of the earlier social media platforms. I think Friendster, when it came out, they had this feature, but it has, yes, I think sort of been taken out. And you see some people also choose, oh, it's not here. Some people actually choose not to have, not to give out that privacy. You can see what you'll see is a private user has looked at your profile. Okay. So, of course, here you also see people who have reacted to a post, not just your post, or posts that that people has mentioned you. Okay, so I click through this one. So here is an event I attended last week. It's called Brisbane Professionals, Networking Business Professionals, and even them just tagging me, I get a notification. And not only this person tagging me, this post will now go to all of these people here who he has tagged. Again, you see that it's very similar comments and all that. What else do I do normally? Of course, if there's jobs that come out, then yes, I can see Davina. If you know who's stalking, you can tailor your profile to those who people you stalk. Exactly. So in a way, your LinkedIn profile is a little bit like a funnel, and you can engage people and you get people clicking to you, and then I'll show you what I mean coming up. Okay, just let me see what else I want to talk about. Activities mention. Okay, the other thing is messaging. So LinkedIn, when you I should probably talk about networks first. So when you on LinkedIn, you have different level of connections. The person who you are directly connection with is called the first level connection. And with first level connections, you can actually send people messages. Okay, then you have people. The second level connection is people who are connections of your first connections, and third level, for example. So so now Michelle has a connection, then you can message. So you can see, you know, I get all these messages from people. Like this guy here, I connected with. You know, here's an example of somebody who's not looking for a job, but in the B2C space. So he's a tax advisory, and he started off by just saying he wants to help me build a property portfolio and a SMSF, which is called a self-managed super fund. So I said, okay, why not? I started engaging with him, and this is a way how you can reach people and start creating business opportunities. So there you go. You asked for jump on a quick call. What else do I do? I also use this, yeah, like I said before, so recruiters reaching out to me through chat. So if you're a recruiter, you can actually have a set numbers of or even sales as well. You get the sales account. You can have a set number of number per month that you can send directly to somebody who is not a connection. So I run.
Just a quick question there.
Yes.
So you just mentioned that we can send it. We can buy like the amount of leads that we can send it out to, right? So
That's
we can
right.
literally buy say 50 contacts that are not on our contact sphere, and we just randomly can send it to them, right? Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Okay.
So this lady here is not a connection of mine, but she's got the recruiter account. So when you get the recruiter account, I think that's a few $100s a month. But then you can send. You can have a set amount, or depending on what amount of package that you can send. This they call in-mail. Send messages to people. To answer the question?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I use this job search. So this is almost like my I set up this group chat, but this is like, you can say it's like your WhatsApp or Telegram group, and and I haven't set up. This is like almost like my email list. If I wanted to send an offer to them, I can just go boom. They will get that for me. I'll get going now. The other thing that I'd like to talk about is also, I showed you about that events. So people are also holding virtual events on LinkedIn. You can see the professional networking is the one that I attend, and you can create an event and then you can share and promote it to others. Okay. So hopefully that gives you a bit of a idea, a bit of a flavor of what LinkedIn is about. And does anyone have any questions just while we're here?
Oh, just one from Meredith. She wants to know, how do people find you? Do they just go to search on certain fields, or random?
Yeah, so I can go and search. I can search for you can search by name, right? They'll all come up, or you can search by if you want to say accountants Brisbane. Oh, have you spelled it right? And then they'll all come up with search results, either categorized by the people, by jobs, or even by posts. So you can see LinkedIn is really, like it's like a database. There's a search function is very, very powerful. So this is how, if you want to, you can get very targeted to find the type of people that you want. I can sort by people. If I don't want to have location, right, I can just go accountants. You can go by who are accountants that are in my first level connection. These are accountants that I know. Or if I wanted to look for accountants in Queensland, right? Or even, if I wanted to, this is more for a job. Oh, sorry. This is more for a job purpose, if I wanted to say, oh, I want to know who works at KPMG in Brisbane. KP, or whatever company. Okay, let's just say my old company is Origin, and it just gives you all of these people. So you can see it's especially like for you, Coco, if you wanted to identify, you know, people who you want to target for your fundraising efforts, you can get very granular, get very specific, and find those people. To answer your question, Meredith?
Yes, thank you, Regent. Just
Cool.
trying to find like how people search. So that means to say that if that is the case, that means to say, does that mean that your profile got to be with all the keywords so that people can kind of reach you and search you?
That is a good segue into my next slide. Yeah, so yeah, you just read my mind. So we'll jump into the secrets of an all-star profile. So I want you to think about, okay, if you came across this profile here, what is your first impression? Just tell me if you are wanting to search for someone, and let me know in the chat what's the first impression that you have when you see it. Sorry. Yeah, I think I need to have a second screen. Do you mind just reading out some of the comments, Coco or Davina?
Okay, sure.
What are some of the first impression? You come onto a LinkedIn and you see this profile.
Okay, so for me, I said I'm just looking at the photo and nothing else.
Yeah.
Davina says, I want to know what they do. Diane says plain. And then Davina, the title. Mila Van says it's a fresh grad. Kelvin says graduated from ANU. Chris says it's boring, plain. Sandra, boring. Shin says not much info.
Yeah, yeah. All of those, isn't it? You come up to something and you look at it, it's like, oh, is this actually the right profile, or is it a fake profile? It doesn't give you that trust. It doesn't give you that. Doesn't want to make you want to. I mean, it is Chris Hemsworth, and you might probably want to click connect just for the fact of that photo. But you know, if your profile is like this, it's not going to be. It's not going to do much for you. So the first secret for an all-star profile is that you need to be searchable. So LinkedIn being a database, you want to make sure that your profile is complete. So you need to have a profile picture. You need to have a headline, industry, location. You want all of these things. You want to make sure that that you fill them out. So that's actually very easily done. You just go through. LinkedIn will actually take you through the process of setting this up. So when you set up your account, they'll ask you to do all of these things. You should be prompted to do all of this. And I will talk a little bit more about each of those, but the first step is to make sure it's complete. You have all the items filled in. It may not need to be, you know, like for your profile photo, it doesn't need to be the best one, but at least you should have something. Everything can be improved, but as a start, you should go ahead and complete it. And you know, LinkedIn, the social media platform, it has its algorithms, and when you have all of these things here, this is what they call an all-star profile. And if you have an all-star profile, you have first of all, you're more likely to show up when I, like I was doing before, when I'm doing just a search in the search bar. It's also when you publish content, your content will have more likely to have what it says 1.5 more of a reach than if it's average. So, and your connections will see your post. So the first step is you should make sure you have all of them. And down here, you should have at least 50 connections. Yeah, I can show you how to do that in a little while. So secret number 2 is I call it be sexy. And I just want to say right now, being sexy is in quotation, and you need to understand the context of the platform. LinkedIn is a professional business networking platform. So when I say sexy, I don't mean something you should set it up like a Tinder or other dating websites or platforms. All I'm really meaning is that you need to be able to stand out to your target audience. Okay, so how's this is one for Coco and Davina. Chris Hemsworth, yes, he's a sexy guy, but depending on what I want to say here is you can see him in a different variety of roles. This is him in Thor. This is him in a soap opera in Australia called Home and Away. This is I think Snow White and the Huntsman, Men in Black, and this is a photo of him when he launched his app. He has a fitness app called Center. And what I really want to say from this photo is you need to, how you set up your profile and how you become sexy to your target audience, depending on your goal. What is your begin with the end in mind. Shall I leave this a little bit longer, Davina? Yeah, I go on to the next one. So the first question is, why are you on LinkedIn? Are you finding a job? Do you want to become an authority? Do you want to get more clients and more customers? So that getting that clear is the start. Then it's being clear about what is your personal brand. So when you're on here, who are you? What is it that you do? Who's it you do it for? What industry you're targeting? What companies? Well, just managers is probably more for job seekers. But who are you trying to reach? And the last thing is, how is it that you add value? This is exactly the same as for those of us on Ping Jun's course. What is it that you do, and how, and what results are you trying to generate? Getting clear on this is the start. This is the same as for any platform. Okay. Then the next thing is you notice to make a good first impression for your target audience. That there are three things. So the profile photo, the headline, and the profile summary. I'll take you through that now. As you can see, this is me just doing a search for my position, which is a project engineer, and you can see most people when their profile is really just their position, company, position, company, position. Oh, what they're doing, looking for opportunities, position, company, position, company. And some of them don't even have their profile photo. Okay, so what we want to do is, if everybody is doing that, if you do something different or you go against the grain, you're going to stand out. So this is what I've come up with, at the end of my 5-day LinkedIn challenge. As you can see, I have a photo. This is the profile photo, and the back here is called the background banner, and down here is my headline. Okay. Who would agree that if in the sea of everybody just putting their position and company, if a profile like mine would come up, you will want to click on that one? Just let me know. Type of one if you agree that that's gonna stand out from everybody else, and you would click on my profile. No? Anybody? No, you don't want to click on my profile? Oh, maybe I'll show you some more. Maybe you need some convincing. So this is
all click yes.
Did you all click yes?
Yeah.
Yes, I think I need to have a second. We need to have a second screen. So this is another person. She is a personal branding expert, somebody I follow. Again, this is something that you guys can probably copy. If you guys are in coaching or in that consultant or other type of reach, because my profile is for getting a job, right? So I just want you to have a look at it for now and notice. We'll deconstruct this in a little bit. Notice the the branding, the colors, and the headline. And this is just another person who's also a LinkedIn, or he's also a LinkedIn specialist. So I thought I'll go to the people who do it the best, and so let's just break down that a little bit. So we now know the profile photo is very important. We are all visual, we are all visual creatures, and the first thing you go to was the profile photo. Even with Chris Hemsworth, without anything set up, you guys all noticed the photo the first time. So having a good profile photo is very important. So I just put down here some do's and don'ts. You want to take a headshot. There needs to be recent. Right expression, slightly smiling. Wear clothes that you want to, your usual attire, I'd say for work, but you want to make sure what you wear is congruent with your brand. You want to have a power pose. What you want to avoid doing is cropping from a group photo. You don't want a mug shot, which is like a thing just straight here. It looks like you're going to the prison, taken by the police. You don't want to have a distracting background. You don't want to show you doing your hobby, because that's not really unless your hobby is your business. Say not to use filters. Have your face looking as good as possible, but that's depending on your choice. Okay, does that make sense? Does anyone have any questions about profile photos? I think it should be quite explanatory. I'm talking to a group of internet marketers, so you guys should be pretty good at taking selfies. So it's a bit harder talking to job seekers. They don't. Some of them don't like taking photos. So I'll move on. Okay, so I got the animation the wrong line. So the next thing is it's the headline. Again, I'm talking to internet marketers, so you guys should be pretty good at this. But I put down a few dot points of what you can put in. So you want to have a creative tagline, something that sets you apart from people. So here, helping busy corporate professionals to go from expert to authority. There's a old simple helping who to achieve what result. Okay, all pretty simple stuff. This guy here, fighting on the front line, fighting a good fight for job seekers. And for this one, you can recognize it for me, creating win-win outcomes for clients and contractors. The positions is very for job seekers. When the recruiters do a search, they look for your position. So, but for if you're in business, that's not as critical. You want to put in, any awards that you've won. It's not here, but you can ask people questions in the headline, and it's just a way of a pattern interrupt and get people to take notice. And you can also put down call to action as well. Did anybody on here do call to action? No, they didn't do it. That's okay. Or you can put in emojis to really, make it from a wall of text. But yeah, so this is some ideas for you to put on your headline. And if you do something like this, they'll make you stand out from people who are just putting position and company. People can see immediately what is it that you're about, who are you trying to target, and what results you're helping them generate. Hopefully that's all pretty basic stuff for everybody here. Then it's the profile summary. Again, I'll go quickly through here because you guys are pretty good at this. I use a 5-step framework. So I'll just click to my profile. So what happens when you go onto someone's profile, you immediately, one thing you notice here, you can now put a video in your profile picture. So what I have here is just a drone footage of a construction site. You see profile photo, you see the banner. The next thing, you see the headline. Next thing, then you just scroll down to is the about page. So the about page can be, this is where people go in to find out a bit more about you. Okay, so I will just share this framework with you. It might be it might look a bit familiar. You want to start out with a hook, ask a question that makes your readers curious. You want to share a personal story about yourself to show. Maybe you want to show why the purpose behind your profile and what are you trying to do. You want to definitely highlight your expertise for job seekers, and also for business owners. Meredith, you brought it up. You want to make that keyword rich, so when people search, it will come up. Number 4 is accomplishments. You want to show evidence of your expertise or what and the things that you have done to show to give credibility of what you're trying to do. And lastly is the call to action. Okay, so I'll share with you what I've done on my my about page. So I actually start off with a statistics. It's like a story. So I'm trying to appeal to project managers, construction managers, project directors who are running a construction project, and what they worry about, of course, is always cost, schedule, and quality. And I appeal to their fears. I say 5% of projects are wasted on rework. So straight away I say for a $10 million project, that's $500,000 that could have gone to the bottom line or the profit if the job was done right the first time. Most of you are probably not in construction, but if you were, this would be something that hit to your heart because you're always frustrated. People doing stupid things and they have to repeat and go back and do work again. I did a bit of a writing to demonstrate, why is it that people have rework. Then I share a bit about myself. I am a project management professional, and I talk about my key expertise. And here I talk about my recent project experience. So this is where I show my credibility, and I'm very descriptive on what those projects are. And finally, I have a call to action. So what am I called? So this was pretty much the reason for my LinkedIn profile. So if you got a good job, senior project engineer or project manager roles based in Brisbane, reach out to me. Notice I put down here, not FIFO, which is fly in, fly out. And by putting that, I'm discounting people. Okay, I'm weeding out. I don't want to work away from home anymore. So I know certainly a lot of people will contact me for these type of roles, but I don't. Reach out to me for job searching, career coaching, and the other thing that I'm very interested in is also digital transformation initiatives, especially in construction. Here I have my contact details, and this is work in progress for me. If you already have a funnel, you can pretty much just put the link to your funnel here, right? So I could say, create a line or something else. I say, want my 12-step process to create a world-class LinkedIn profile. Click here to download my action plan or whatever lead funnel. Right. So this is something you can do here. Okay. So any questions about this about page or about the profile photo or headline? Nope. I'll continue. Look, this is all pretty basics, and if you're part of Ping Jun's group, this should be very very basic. It's something we talk about every single day. I put Joyce's profile up here because I wanted just to make a point about even though LinkedIn is a professional platform, it's okay to let your personality shine through. So Joyce is an accountant, a tax accountant, and she runs, I think she runs a podcast called Tax Nuggets Academy. Tax is a pretty dry topic, but I encourage you to go and click through and have a look at her profile. She actually gives tax advice while rapping. There's a few. That's right, rapping. I can't rap, but like P. Diddy or Will Smith, or I don't even know the latest rap artists now. But she does an impression of that, So the point I want to make is it's okay to let your personality come through, whatever that is, as long as you tie it back to what is it that you do. Okay. And if somebody can rap and do a rap video on LinkedIn and post it as a personal content, I'm sure whatever we do, would be okay. But the most important thing is link it back to what is it that you do, how do you add value, and the people that you're trying to target. But yes, check it out. And that gives us to secret number 3, which is called service, and in brackets add value. So like every social media platform, you get what you give, and LinkedIn is the same. Okay, so you should engage with other people's content. So I showed you before. You should like, comment, and share. And even when you like and comment and share, your contacts can actually see that you liked a certain content. So you become, you will start showing up on people's feeds. You can share other people's content. I know this is probably very basic stuff for everybody here. It's exactly like Facebook. You can just share other people's content, but the tip is you add your own commentary on the share. Don't just share without any comments or your own content. You can write posts. You can write articles, which is more long form. You can upload documents such as case studies, slides, and reports. You can record a video. You can also go live on LinkedIn, host an event. I'll just show you briefly what that looks like on LinkedIn. So you go home. I think I don't need to tell people how to share, how to like, comment, and share. That's pretty basic. In terms of posting content, it's also pretty basic. You just the tab up here. Photo, video, you can do an event or write an article. So if you go to, I'll just show you just some of the things that I've done. Let me see, where is it? I want to see all. Yeah, so this is an activity that you can, when you can see what you have done. So this is a post I did recently when I was back in New Zealand, and probably the recruiter who sent me a message probably saw this one. So I'll just go through, so articles, you have posts. You can just just sort your posts, and I don't think I haven't uploaded any documents. So posts are just just like LinkedIn is shorter form. You can share other people's content, write small posts. Yeah, towards the end of 2019, I went through 12 weeks of just constantly publishing on project management. So one thing I want to point out is hashtags. This is probably pretty basic for Facebook, but hashtags are especially more important in LinkedIn, because when people set up their profile, they tick boxes of what they like and what they want to hear about. And when you have these hashtags, it actually goes into the algorithm and more likely to show up in their feed. So remember hashtags. And what you can do is you can click a particular hashtag. So if I click project leadership, you can see how many followers are there of this particular hashtags. So you will want just keep searching and find for what the whatever phrase or whatever hashtag that has the most following. What else is there? Yeah. No, I think that's all I want to say for that. Tag. You can also tag people. So you, just like what other people what I showed before. No, it's okay. What if you tag somebody in your post, then it'll start showing up it immediately starts showing up in their posts and their connections as well. So that's a bit of a hack And when you do a post, you start tagging people. I'll just actually just talk about one of my posts. So this is a post that I shared just a month ago, and this was when I went back to New Zealand. So you can see I shared about my dad's health situation. So it is personal, but it's okay as long as you link it back to why you're on the platform in the first place. Sorry, just go drink. Like having a good post on LinkedIn is the same as Facebook. You want to tell a good story. These type of health things also resonates well on LinkedIn, because people do this, and they get people know, and they support each other. I found when I did a post on mental health, is one that really create a lot of engagement. In case you're wondering, my dad's actually, even though he was diagnosed with cancer, he's actually doing really well. He's gone through the natural path and not do chemo and radiation, and we're very lucky that what has happened. And I just shared a little bit about my dad's cancer journey. And you see here, I've also just tie it back to a little bit about how that framework can be applied to business and project management. Very, very quite simple, and you can see LinkedIn you can actually see give you a bit of analytics about your posts. You can see people from which companies looked at your posts, what title, and from where. The other thing I want to talk about is also it actually generated for me. For where I am right now, normally most posts I do, I should get about 1,000 views if I do those. But so this one has done especially well. The other tip I'll give you is when you do a post, you want to start having comments. You want to, this is the same as all social media platforms. You want to start engaging with people who comment on your posts. When you do that, the linking algorithm will start seeing, okay, this one has lots of engagement, and they'll start pushing to more people's feed. Yep. So that's that. I put in this slide. You could read. This is pretty much me getting it from Ping Jun's content multiplier formula, but it's gives you a bit of a structure on how you can publish content. So for me, you come up with once you know your target audience and your brand, pick the 5 areas you want to talk about, and have different for each subject. You can have a different type of content. So you can easiest is to share other people's content, trends, accomplishments, any lessons learned, tips and how to. You can post a video, post a presentation. You can join an online group. You can share job postings, create your video, write an article. Okay, so yeah, for job seekers, this is a very big, a big paradigm shift. For them to do this is a very hard thing. Like for me, it's also, doing it consistently is something I'm still working on. But this is a bit of a framework. So if you are, once you have a good LinkedIn profile, you want to start doing these things, and then you will generate people. You become visible to your target audience, and they'll start coming to your profile, and that's when you can let your profile do the heavy lifting. And if you've done your about page right, if you do your content right, you can start sending traffic towards your funnels. So just to finish off, just a summary, the 3 secrets. Secret number 1 is to be searchable. LinkedIn is like an online database for all professional people and businesses and companies. You want to make sure you complete your profile and keep it updated. Secret number 2 is be sexy in quotation marks. You want to stand out to your target audience. And we talked about having a good photo, having a good headline, and how to write a compelling profile summary. And lastly, secret number 3 is be of service, add value. And you do that by engaging with other people's content, and in the way give and take, and you'll get it, receive in return, and then people will start engaging with you when you publish your own content. When you publish your own content, look to people who do LinkedIn bad. They go online and they start trying to sell straight away. That's very quickly you'll get people start blocking your profile and start complaining about you. So publish content first, add value, and so that when it is about building relationships. It's a platform for building business relationship, and with any relationship you want to give first, so that when it's time for you to take, or when it's time to ask for a favor, the people are willing to do that. So that's me. That's my presentation. Hopefully you got a good idea, a bit of an idea about LinkedIn, what it's like, and how to set up your profile and get traffic from another source. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Wei Jian. So everyone give him a clap because I think for me, I learned a lot today about all the little secrets and what to look out for, and it's a really good introduction to what LinkedIn can do. And I think as marketers, it's really important that we utilize all these different platforms, especially with the recent iOS updates. So before we go into Q&A, let's give him a little bit of a break first, but you can type in your questions that you have, and then we can go through them afterwards. But so I just mentioned the iOS update. So I'll share my screen again to show you. Okay, so as you can see, the upcoming workshops, the copywriting one. So this one is specifically catered to the iOS 14 update, because we all know that the new funnel structure. So for those who already have this funnel built, or in the process of building it, this copywriting workshop is specifically for this funnel. Okay, so that we specifically will work through what to put as headlines, as the copywriting, the long form, even on the thank you page where you move them into your webinar, and then the congratulation page. So we'll literally do the copywriting for that. And for being here today, you will get a free bonus of from us for being here. So I'll give you the discount code. And yes, we are using GrooveFunnels because GrooveFunnels let us newbies start with a free account until we are ready to upgrade. So that's why we're using GrooveFunnels. And actually we have, so let me share this now. We actually have a funnel, this funnel structure already built up. So what you see here is not Peng Zhong's funnel. It's actually the one Davina built inside Groove. That's why you see our photo there instead of Peng Zhong's video, because this is exact replica of what he has, but it's in Groove, because it will take us a while for newbies to build this whole thing up. So we thought we might as well build it because we will be needing it, and then we are happy to share it with you guys. Okay, so if you want the funnel template and just insert your headlines, then get it with the new funnel link. And if you just want the copywriting workshop, then get the Power of Words now, that link. So that's for the workshop. And there is a discount code. This is the discount code. So when you go in, just go in there and enter the discount code and you will get a discount. Okay, so this is basically to address the iOS issue. And this is great because it ties into what Wei Jun said, because I was thinking when he was sharing about the About Us page where there's a call to action, right? So usually we can say he put his number and contact details, but we usually say, if you want to if you want to discover more about parenting, click the link below or things like that, right? But now with the new iOS update and with this new funnel that we've been told to do, we need a lead magnet, right? So what we can say is click on the link below to get the 32 proven social media post ideas, right? So that's the call to action. It's not to tell them to go to the webinar, to sell them anything. It's just to get that click so that they're in your funnel. And then with the copywriting workshop, we will work on how to get them then to give you their details and go further, right? Okay, so this is the upcoming workshop next week. Then we have one which is very much needed and has been requested by a lot of people, and hence we put it in, is to automate to monetization. And this is on the 29th. Okay, this is when you want to connect whatever funnel. So for us, our case is going to be Groove. So we're going to show you how to connect Groove funnels to all the other things you need to do, like email sequence, or how to get money, how to link it all up. So it's all about automation. So if you are at that stage and you are getting stuck there, this is what you would need to come to. Okay, so this is on the 29th. We haven't got the link up yet to send to you yet, but watch out for that after next week, because we don't want to confuse you with too many things, but this is upcoming. And even more, so we've got 2 more guest speakers upcoming. We've got Michelle. So everyone knows that Michelle has a really good funnel, right? And her funnel is built on Groove. So we really want to explore and get Michelle to share what she did with the bumps and O2O, and just share with us her funnel. I know she said she was a little bit nervous about her sharing, but I'm sure we'll all give her some loving because she's doing great, and we're really grateful that she's agreed to share with us as well. And then of course we've got Chris, because Facebook ads is not really working very well right now. So we've all been told to go to YouTube, but Chris is the one who's really using YouTube ads now and has been getting success with the YouTube ads. So he's agreed to do the YouTube ad secrets. So these are upcoming masterclasses that we haven't yet set a date to, but watch out for your emails and also in our group. And for those who haven't joined us yet, here are some updates. If you've got Groove already, good. But if you're still on the free account, this is some recent updates from Groove, okay? So first of all, the platinum lifetime price is no longer going to be 1,397. From September onwards, it's going to go to 1,999. Okay, so if you haven't yet upgraded and are thinking of upgrading, this is the time to do it, because after September, it's going to go up. And even worse, in November or December, they haven't given the exact date yet for this, there will no longer be a lifetime price, okay? It will go into a subscription plan, so you will be paying monthly, okay? But of course, paying monthly here will still be better off than the other companies, because you're getting a lot of like the e-commerce, like the store, the marketplace, even blogging, webinars, and stuff like that, right? So you are getting a lot of stuff for price of one subscription. So have a think. If you want the lifetime, which a lot of us have already upgraded to, please do so before September. And if you want our support, that Get Unstuck group support, sign up under us and you get all these goodies and masterclass that comes with it. We'll support you as much as we can. And also one more thing, if you have not upgraded, this is another reason why you should consider, because with the free account beforehand, you get 5% on tier 2 commissions for anyone who signs up under you and they recruit someone who signs up under them, you still get commission. But I think it's from September onwards, the tier 2 commission will no longer be there. Okay, so you will not get that 5% anymore. And if you're on the free account now, that's something that you might want to think about, because you don't know who has signed up with your link and hence who they will be signing up. So you don't want to lose that commission. And if you are upgraded to lifetime, you get 10% on tier 2. Okay, so that's something to be aware of. And lastly, if you upgrade now, you actually get grandfathered with all the commission scales. So they did say that the commission scale might change for future people who join. And I think that was what happened with ClickFunnels as well. Right at the beginning, they gave like a huge incentive to be affiliates for ClickFunnels, and now it's no longer there. So if you do it now, we are the pioneers and we grandfathered the 40-20 commission, the 40-10 commission. So I think that's a really good deal for that. And to be honest, I have been using ClickFunnels and I have been using Groove, and I do find Groove is, at the beginning, I was like, it was hard because migrating was a little bit difficult, but I think it's the same for anyone, right, who migrates and change. But once you get the hang of it, Groove is actually pretty easy, and I'm experimenting like the blog and even building my website on there, which is much easier than building it on anywhere else. Okay, so, and everything will be integrated. And for those who don't know, the founder of Groove is actually the founder of EverWebinar and Webinar Jam. So I don't think his Groove webinars is up yet, but that's another big reason, since we're all going to do webinars and events and things like that. That's a really good bonus to have in there. Okay, so that's the update from me. And now we can pass it back to Wei Jian to answer some questions. Screen. Okay, so Wei, let's go with some questions.
Yep,
we have a question from Shin. So how do you put video in the profile photo?
Yes, I can show you how to do that. I'll just share the screen. So you have to go. Oops. So what the first thing you need to do is you need to turn on creator mode. Okay, down here. Turned it on. Turn this on. Okay, I remember now. You can't actually do it on the desktop. So if you go to what most people have done is if I go to that lady Petra. The way most people do this is they do a video where they talk. It's almost like a video cover letter where you can talk. And if you look at it, I'm probably one of very few people who has a video other than like a talking head and talking. So you can't do it on the desktop. You have to go on the mobile version. And if you go on the mobile version, mobile LinkedIn, if you tap on your profile, you can actually add the video there. I had to edit my video. I had to upload it and then save it to my phone as a as a video and then uploaded it that way. So sorry, I can't show you here. So yes, you have to do it through the mobile app.
Okay, so the next question is from Meredith. So how can we actually link Facebook posts to LinkedIn? So just like Facebook and IG, can we like post in one place and then get it like broadcasted through to LinkedIn, or do we have to like copy and paste it into that?
I don't think you can, but although I don't know, I haven't kept track of all these other apps that are out there that allows you to post to different places. But in any case, I wouldn't recommend it, and because Facebook and LinkedIn are two very different two different type of platforms, and you would want to change it slightly for LinkedIn. Yeah.
Okay. And yes, and I would like to add to that, because with anything copywriting or messaging, it's really important that we know the audience in that social media group. So even a video on YouTube or on Facebook will actually need to be different, because the people who are there are going to have different buying behavior. And this is just like if you go to a supermarket to buy groceries versus going online versus our buying pattern and behavior is slightly different. And of course there will be crossover, but we need to be very careful that we don't use the same message and just copy and paste in all three. So even for IG and Facebook, I usually do not recommend you to use the same message, because the people who are on IG are very different in terms of how they behave and what they like to see and how they see things. And actually that's why you need to customize it a little bit. The message could be the same, but how you write it, how you project it needs to be different. And I think LinkedIn even more, because the people on there are going to be slightly different. In fact, very different from Facebook group, I think.
And you have some mentioned before, some precious people actually will go and comment and say, hey, this is not save this post for Facebook, keep politics and keep whatever out of LinkedIn, keep it professional, okay? they will actually go and do that. So yeah,
okay.
That's a good point, Coco.
Okay, next question. How do we add hashtag inside profile?
Easy. You just put hashtag and whatever word, and then it will auto complete for you.
Okay, great, thank you. And then Davina has a question. I think this is relevant to a lot of people. Is this a problem if we have side hustles? Because a lot of people have side hustles, but we also have a main job. So how do you juggle between a brand?
Yeah, look, I think it's a problem a lot of people have when they wanting to go about on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is where all the it is like a online business cards, and you may or may not want to tell your employer that you are doing a side hustle. For me, I actually overcome that. So I don't really care. I think in this day and age, you are allowed to have side hustles. You're allowed to have a life outside of your company and your job, and chances are nobody will notice. If that's just so much noise on social media. If somebody notices it and they have a problem, and they tell you, then you can say, wow, okay, that's probably a good conversation starter about your career and what you like to do in your day job, and or what other skills that you could bring to your day job. This could be a conversation that help you get to a job that you really like and help modify the job that you already have. But in the end, it's up to you. If you're not comfortable sharing, then you could create a separate profile account, or you can create a company account, which is just for your side hustle.
Yeah, just to add to that, because my fundraising group, they all have LinkedIn, right? And a lot of them has this problem because they're building their new fundraising project on the side whilst having a normal job, right? So actually, like Wei-Jin just suggested, they actually suggest that the new fundraising one will be done under a company profile rather than a personal. Because even if you create a new personal one, it's very easy to get, you know how it's like the first tier connection and the second. It's very easy to find you again and see that you've got this new thing because they are on your first tier. So it's actually better to do it under a company name. Okay, so that's for the
I mean, I
hustlers.
guess what I say is pretty controversial, and you know, people need to make up their mind whether they want it or not. For me, you know, it's if people have things in their contract saying you're prevented from doing, you know, a side business or something like that, then okay, fair enough. But chances are, you know, this day and age, people are going to have multiple jobs, multiple working lives in addition to their normal day-to-day. I mean, there are risks if you publish, you know, when you're publishing content, you know, you need to make it sure that, you know, you are publishing as yourself. You know, your views does not represent the views of your companies. Those sort of things do apply. You know, I did have a problem one time where somebody came up to me and say, "Hey, I don't think you should publish that because it makes the company looks a little bit bad." You know, I thought, okay, it didn't put the company in good light. I said, well, this is my own views, but in the end, I said, all right, I'll just modify the messaging slightly, and just kept it up. So that was a bit of a, you know, difficult conversation that I had, but in the end, you know, it's still up.
Okay, and a question from Kelvin. If you do drop shipping and post our product ads in LinkedIn, does LinkedIn provide metrics for us to analyze?
So when you're talking about, are you talking about ads or are you talking about posts, the content? Because if you're talking about posts and content, I showed you before, it does show you some analytics. And if you are going to do that sort of thing, you may consider getting the I think there's the sales account, which it's not cheap with LinkedIn, and I don't have any experience in that, but I believe that will give you a lot more data as well.
Okay, great. So thank you so much, Wei-Jin, again. So before we end, could you all share your biggest takeaway with Wei-Jin so that he knows what you got out of his workshop, and also tell us what you're committed to do, right? So just like all mentors, we want everyone to take action, right? Share with us your wins, and if you need help along the way, let us know as well. So please, who would like to share? Anyone want to share what you learned? Michelle, do you want to say? Did you pick up some, since you just created your account, right? And we saw you stop Wei-Jin.
Fast action taker, as always.
She's always the fast action taker.
I can share something.
Okay.
Yes, Calvin.
Yeah, I think we have learned a lot from Wei-Jin about how to do our profile. Yeah, because I mean LinkedIn actually for quite some time. I got this on and off, but I don't know what is it about. Yeah, so learning from you, it's good time for me to look at my profile again and see how I can improve.
Yeah.
That. Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, I would say the easiest way to do it is just like when you're building a funnel, you do funnel hacking. You just go and do some profile hacking. Look at some people in your industry who is crushing it, or you know, who's doing well and have a good profile, and just copy, have it, well, not copy, but look at what they do, things that you can model for your own profile.
Okay, great.
That's great.
And let's all connect on LinkedIn as well. Once we've all set up our profiles, let's connect each other.
Yes, definitely. I would love to. Yeah, when you finish, send me a LinkedIn connection. I'd love to see what you've done, and I'm happy to give you some feedback on your LinkedIn profile.
Thank you so much for that offer. Anyone want to share?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you, Wei Jian and Davina and Coco for organizing this. Yeah, I mean, I haven't actually long time ago, many years ago when I was still an employee, I created a LinkedIn account, but I never touched it since then. So now I want to start afresh. That's why I just created a new one, and yeah, I mean, like with all the details that Wei Jian has just shared, so I will take action and create a new one and see how it goes.
And the thing is, you're already generating a lot of content on Facebook, and it wouldn't be a lot of work to just modify it, for the LinkedIn audience, and you can get your profile up very, very quickly if you already have content that you can migrate over.
Great. And Zon, are you there? I know you were one of the earlier ones who really wanted to do LinkedIn. Did it help?
Yeah, it helped. I had the profile there, but I think it's not active. Yeah, so it's totally a new things. Yeah, it's very similar to Facebook. However, this a bit it's easier to use it into our funnel in my opinion, because it's directly into the professional things and how we are going to how we can link it directly to what we are doing. Yeah. So
Zon, what market are you in?
Financial planning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, as you can see, I have a financial planner contacting me. Yeah, I shared that with you. So they are doing that sort of thing. Of course, professionals would be, people with money, would high income earners you would definitely find them on LinkedIn. Then it's about how do you differentiate yourself and how do you add value. And look, that guy, I responded to that guy. I normally wouldn't respond, but I responded to him because he approached it in the right way. And also, time where I'm thinking about selling a townhouse and buying a new house because my parents are moving over to Australia, and there was something that I could, that I could use. So that's why I accepted it, and we had that conversation. LinkedIn, you can build up, these one-on-one conversation through the chat, and I think that's definitely applicable for your market.
Yep. Thank you.
Any new people who want to the first time joining our events, like Jocelyn, Perlina? I think any feedback from you guys, what you liked or even what you don't like, and feel free to also let us know what sort of topics you want in the future, because these topics are for us all, so just not just only for Davina and I to come up with an idea but share with us what you get stuck with and what you feel would be helpful to you, so that we can find people to help us get unstuck. Okay.
Yeah, if you got any feedback for me, feel free to send it to me, because this training today will, after the coaching session last week, I'm changing my thing. So this training will become my 2-hour webinar training. So yeah, I'm actually running it for the first time today. So any feedback would be much appreciated.
Okay, so if there's nothing else, let's give him a round of applause again. Thank you so much for your time, Wei Jian. And thank you everyone for joining us. And I hope to see you again at our upcoming masterclasses, okay? But in the meantime, do reach out to us We have a Facebook group for those who are not, a Facebook page, Get Unstuck with Davina and Coco. We also have a Facebook group for people who are under our affiliate so that you get more support. Do ask questions in the group, okay? So that the reason is I do see a lot of people asking questions in our messenger group, but it is really hard for us to search back whatever we want in the messenger. So if we post your questions in the actual Get Unstuck group and people answer there, then it's easier for anyone who has the same question later on to search for it, okay? So in future, if you have questions, do go into the Get Unstuck group and ask it there, and then we'll all help each other there, okay? Yay. Okay, so good to see you all. Have a great Sunday and see you next week. Bye.
See you. Bye.
Bye.